Right, so today we are jumping into the Dokkan Chronicles new stages. We're going to start off, of course, with the 8th year. Now, there's a mission for this stage to use 1 unit of each typing. So we're going to use a Margin Power team, because we've got characters like STR Kid Buu, who's obviously released before the 8th year. His Easy A is very, very good. We have the Int Buhan, whose Super Easy A obviously is incredible. For the AGL unit, AGL Super Buu wasn't out yet. So we're going to use this Buu from the Universe Survival Saga. He obviously isn't going to get extra attack, defense, crit chance, dodging, etc. because of the no Reps of Universe 7 allies. But he still has the high chance to dodge and high chance to crit for 7 turns. Builds up with each dodge that he gets. I mean, the rest of the team is going to do the heavy lifting anyway, right? So let's go ahead and jump in here. We've got double Buu on Kid Buu turn 1. Interesting. Okay, so starting off with Superhero Gohan. I like the fact that the stages have a couple of these different, like, random enemies that you fight. Because obviously this guy, there's the free-to-play Gohan that came out. It's like the first piece of... Wait, did he come out before the Gammas? I was going to say, the first piece of Dragon Ball superhero representation we got in the game. Was he out before the Gammas, or did he come out... Was it like the same celebration? Because I know he came out and obviously didn't awaken, like, straight away. But yeah, obviously this Buu team has the potential to just go absolutely crazy. Buhan, of course. Wild. I mean, Buhan was a mistake, right? Buhan is just so good. I feel like for all of the rest of the stages, you could basically just keep using a Buu Saga team and then potentially upgrade it to like a Demonic Power team. Once we get to, so obviously for the 10-year stage, you'd be able to use Glorio. I mean, this guy has 431k defense start of turn. It's pretty good. So we'll just do this. Do this. Get a nice heal off of that. Do that. Because, yeah, these stages, I haven't been hitting the hardest. His SSR came out before the Gammas. Yeah, that's what I thought. Kid Buu dodging the super, let's go. Because Kid Buu can negate unarmed supers, which this guy doesn't do. But so he just straight up dodged the super. That's what we like to see. Yeah, Kid Buu just going off. 27.5. I mean, that's a 6 orb turn, which I would say is like a bad turn for Buhan, only getting 6 orbs. Dude is an absolute menace. And then, yeah, Tech Exchange Buu, obviously with his Easy A, he's still a very solid unit. Oh, we've got both the Gammas at the same time. Interesting. Let's do that. Do that. Because, yeah, Tech Exchange Buu, as long as he has the Martian Power ally on the rotation, has very good damage reduction. Can hit relatively hard. And these guys have a decent amount of HP, so... You're saying STR Kid Buu, Tala, is better than Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza? I mean... Whoa, okay. Well, that's not good. Oh, now I'm dead. Oh, Kid Buu with the dodge. Let's go. Kid Buu coming in clutch to save the run. You love to see it. Well, this guy already has his active skill available, so we'll use that. Might as well attack you for the extra damage. Ooh, okay, now that's a bad turn for Buhan. Only 4 orbs. Dude, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm not expecting them to hit that hard. That's kind of crazy. But that's the great thing about that's the great thing about the Buu like team, is you have such an insane amount of recovery on this team. Like, we healed like what, 70% of our HP, or just over 60%. And of course Buhan just doing that crazy damage. We got the 8-year login card. Alright, fortunately, because we have a lot of damage reduction on this turn, I don't think we can really take damage here, can we? Like, Tech Buu after supering with the damage reduction that he has, I don't think is going to take much damage here. Well, still took 234k. He has 70% damage reduction as well. I mean, obviously he does have type disadvantage. But yeah, that's some pretty big damage. Okay. What's Kid Buu up to now with the Kid Buu support as well? Yeah, 1.2 million defense start of turn. That's pretty good. That's 10 orbs, but with 3 rainbows, so that gives him the guaranteed crit. All right, well, it should be GG for Goku here. Yeah, see, Kid Buu up to 31 mil. Nice. Additional normal, of course. 2 additional normals. Let's go. It's alright. Because then Buhan's just going to come in. Yeah, Kid Buu should eat this. Yep. And then, what are we looking at? 36 million for Buhan, okay. But guaranteed double super. Can we get the inner potential as well? Maybe the Ghost Kamehameha? We do not. Is he actually going to survive the turn then? Because Kid Buu with the 15 mil. No, he's not. Alright, well there you go. So that's the 8th anniversary stage mission to beat it with a unit of each typing. The 9th and the 10th anniversary stages have 2 missions to do with an extreme team and a superclass team that are 1 unit of each typing. So to fully complete all the missions, you do have to do the 9th and 10th stages twice. But we will go on to them for the next part of the video here. So there you go. Martian Power team with 1 unit of each typing for stage 8. So clear 8th year stage. And then clear under special conditions, 1 unit of each typing. So there you go. Let me know how you guys got on with stage 8 down below in the comment section. And let's go ahead and jump over to the next one. Okay, so we're going to move on to the 9th year stage now, and this one, as I said previously, has 2 missions, one for beating it with a superclass team with a unit of each typing, and then one for the extreme. So we're going to start off with the superclass one. Obviously the 9th year for superclass was all about superheroes, so we are going to go ahead and run the full superhero team here. Although I realise actually, now that I think about it, if we swap the leaders around, then obviously we just make sure, because I think Beast Gohan doesn't give the 200% to everyone. So obviously if we swap over to the Gammas, we get everyone on the team getting the full 200% lead. Obviously we will still bring the friend Beast. Because what is his plus 30%? It's for Entrusted Will or movie heroes. So actually, yeah, I mean, all the superhero characters would get it. I guess UI Goku would be the only one not getting it, but that's fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and get this one done here. Beat the stage with our superclass team. These stages, now that we're getting to the later ones, are starting to hit a little bit harder. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. If we do this, we can make sure we get our int orbs for the Gammas. I think this is my first time properly using the Gammas in a video, because I didn't pull them until this carnival banner in part 1 of the anniversary. I've just finished link leveling them. Obviously that training in the clouds stage, very good for link leveling. So these guys are now full level 10 links. Gamma 1 going to eat a super straight away here, so it takes 120k. I mean, that's not terrible, I guess, without him being really very built up, but I guess to be fair, with the type advantage, could have put the Gammas in slot 1, but I wanted to get those int orbs for them, so we needed to drop those down by picking up the other ones. But I mean, we shouldn't struggle too much. Interesting that this Trunks is one of the enemies, because obviously he released as the SSR that would later become the LR Trunks and Broly. I mentioned it in the first part in the 8 year stage. I like the fact that they threw in that AGL Gohan, having some of these free-to-play characters that came out, because obviously the previous stages we had some of those dual units that we used to get back in the day, where like Global would get one and JP would get the other, and so those featuring in the stages I thought was pretty cool. But they haven't done that for a while, which is a shame. And obviously now that the games are, the release schedules at least, right, I say the games are synced because there are a few things that are still off, right, but now that the release schedules are synced, it would be cool if they did something like that, like a bit more often for some of these big celebrations and stuff, but I guess we'll see. So Rainbow Friend Beast can take a hit here, so he gets his buff. Then obviously AGL UI Goku in the middle has guaranteed dodge for the first turn, so we shouldn't really take any damage on this turn. I'm assuming a Rainbow Beast in slot 1 just takes double-digit damage from these guys. I don't know how hard they hit, but yeah, he just takes double-digit damage, so only got hit the once though, so he doesn't get a crazy amount of build up, but that's fine. He can go ahead and gets the crit off here. I'm looking forward to the part 2 banners to try and get some dupes for Beast and get my first copy of Int Broly, because my Beast is only at 55%. So whilst he is still good and has been very useful and very usable since his release, obviously coming out as basically the best unit in the game for the 9th anniversary, like my one at 55% has still been very good, very helpful, but definitely looking forward to him having dupes. He's still a unit that is very, very good and very strong in the meta, despite being a year old at this point. It's funny when you consider like comparing him to the other units, especially for part 1. You think about characters like AGL Broly and like Physical Gogeta as the part 1 characters, how they've aged compared to Beast Gohan. But obviously not surprising, I guess, that he aged better, because he was so considerably better when he actually released anyway for the part of the anniversary. But so what was the effect that you just got? Are you sealed or something? Yeah, sealed. That's annoying. I can't remember the last time I looked at what these guys actually do. So if we stand by with these guys, they 50% damage reduction. Do we want to put them in slot? Are they still not a slot 1 unit? Or are they only a slot 1 unit when they become... Yeah, I think they're only a slot 1 unit when they get to like the actual Gamma 1 stage, right? I don't know. We need, is it AGL, is it STR or INT? No, we need INT to get the big buff, and then AGL or STR. So since we can't get either of those, well, we can get AGL here, so we'll do that. grab those. It's quite a lot of STR, AGL orbs, in fact. So go ahead and grab those for you. Gamma 1's had a pretty decent bit of build-up and is going to super attack first here, so he should be fine if it comes to him having to take a super here. Although, of course, now that I'm like looking back at the actual attacks, there was only one attack in slot 1. I guess it maybe would have been a risk if it was a super, but I probably could have just put the Gammas in slot 1. Although at least this way Gogeta gets legendary power. Not that it makes a huge difference, of course, because he's sealed, so it's not like he can really do a lot of damage anyway. Alright, so the Gammas get their attacks off here. Ideally, we want to save the active skill for, I guess, the last phase. I'm assuming it's going to just be these guys, right? So it's like we fought all three forms of the Broly and Trunks card. And then I guess it's going to be the 9th year login unit, right? Let's see, do we... Yeah, they only need to get one charge to actually do it, which is kind of funny. I don't feel like we need to use the active skill here for Beast. Not this early, anyway. Obviously, we could use the giant form with Piccolo, but it feels like that's probably overkill at this point. Might as well save it for the last phase if we are going to use it. Get the unit super here, and having Piccolo on the team. So... I do love this animation though, the double special beam cannon. So good. It's just crazy to think. It's another reason why we talked about it when we talked about him in his initial videos. Where like the unit super that Blue Evolution Vegeta has with UI Goku, it looks so like, I don't know the right word for it, like forced, right? It's like UI Goku's just kind of there. It's like, it's not like they're actually doing a proper like thing together. Whereas that Piccolo and Gohan one for Beast Gohan is so good. I know it's obviously inspired by the Xenoverse like thing, but man, it looks so good. Whereas Goku's just kind of there. Vegeta's still just doing what he's doing, does the final flash. He even still says the thing where he's like, I'm going to do this my way, but like UI Goku's there and just kind of is next to him doing a Kamehameha. And the thing is, UI Goku obviously does a Kamehameha, right? All the UI Goku characters do. But that doesn't feel like it's a big iconic thing for him. So the fact that he's just kind of there doing a Kamehameha, but is the white-haired UI, it's like, that feels kind of wasted. Piccolo taking tons of damage there, way more than I was expecting. But these guys, I guess we just get... We've only got 2 turns left, so I guess they have to use it now, don't they? Otherwise it runs out. So... I guess we just use it. And then grab a bunch of same type orbs, I suppose. Get a heal here. Yeah, big old heal off of that. Might as well just grab that for you as well. Get the same type orb. But yeah, very cool. Beast Gohan, still a very great unit. A year later, still strong in the meta. Love to see it. Obviously, with Vegito being such an insane unit for part 1 of this anniversary, be interesting to see if he is in a similar boat like next year, in terms of longevity in the meta. Because I mean, these events are getting a lot harder, and Vegito is still one of the characters that can absolutely decimate like some of this new content. So I guess we just use all of our active skills as well here, right? Because if we do this for you, I guess we can do that for you, do a bit of damage. In fact, we would actually get, if he survives long enough, which I think he would, we can get 2 target ability turns in a row. Because if we do this, then Beast obviously is going to have all the attacks targeted onto him. And then the next turn, Gogeta can use his and have all the attacks targeted onto him. So we basically just have to survive the next turn and then we're all good. So... Physical Gogeta, the free login card. Obviously, the first one they started doing with the... it was him, right? Yeah, started doing with the getting the easy A. So obviously, there hasn't been any mention of it at all, but I'm assuming the login card that we got for this year with the base Goku doing the Kamehameha, like, he should get an easy A as well. But obviously, there's been no information about that yet. Obviously, nothing in the data download or anything. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I would imagine since they did it with Gogeta for last year, I don't see why they wouldn't continue to do it, especially with the 10th anniversary being, you know, the big one, and having the, you know, pretty much. And I was going to say we've gotten basically everything we would expect to get with an anniversary and potentially more, but I know people have mentioned the stuff like Boss Rush, all these events that no one really cares about except for getting all the free stones, but like Boss Rush and Infinite Dragon Ball History, we haven't had a new one for the anniversary, but I mean, we've had multiple Red Zone stages now, more Blue Zone stages, this event, the Dokkan Chronicles thing, we've also got the anniversary battle as well, of course, like tons and tons of stuff to do with this anniversary. So it kind of feels like they have been trying to give like the usual anniversary experience plus that little bit extra. So I would be very surprised if that AGL base Goku doesn't Easy A, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. Potentially get some information about that in part 2. I'll have to double check when the login card Gogeta actually got his Easy A, because it might not have been until part 3, and then obviously if that is the case, that's when we would expect the Goku to get his one as well. So I'll have to double check that. But Gogeta definitely has a decent amount of HP, considering all the attacks that we've gotten off on this turn. So I think what we could do here is still severely lacking on the orbs. And the thing is, I don't want to use the giant form just because the giant form's annoying. It takes ages, and it's like just like drags the video. So even though it probably would be helpful to use it, I just don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I mean, we should be fine in terms of tanking and everything here, so I'm not sure about the gammas with the damage. That's the only problem, obviously, with mine being 55%. I'm pretty sure I threw their, like, special orbs onto them that they got from when they released. So they will have some crit. So obviously that's the problem with having 55% int units, is not having the ability to get the crits. But yeah, they can. Plus we picked up, I think it was only 2. We picked up some int orbs, so they have the crit chance anyway. But yeah, getting a couple of attacks off here. We got the 2 int orbs, so they get the 2 extra attacks. I say they, because of course it is just Gamma 1 now, but how much is he taking from this? Nothing. Well, there you go. I was kind of interested to see how much he was actually going to take from that, but instead we get the dodge and he takes 0. So, I mean, I guess I'll take it. But yeah, this stage definitely has a lot of HP. The Extreme Team will be interesting to do for this one, because obviously with the release of Broly as the Super Bosses character for the 9th anniversary, potentially just try and use a Super Bosses team, but obviously that team definitely not as good as the Beast setup, I guess. But yeah, Gogeta with the Taunt, so now we can just go ahead and do this. I mean, with all the attacks that we'll get off this turn, even though Beast Gohan's not going to get hit first, so he's obviously not going to get his attack buff, I imagine we probably kill him this turn, especially now that we've actually got the Dokkan attack. I didn't realise the gauge was that full, so I should have put the Rainbow Beast Gohan in slot 1 though. I don't know why I put my one in slot 1, but I say put him in slot 1, I just left the rotation the way it was, so that's why he's ended up in slot 1 instead of the Rainbow Friend. But either way, I think with the all the attacks that Gogeta will get off here, we should be good. I mean, the Dokkan attack does a decent little bit of bonus damage anyway, so even though Gohan's attack stat is not exactly crazy here, should do some a decent bit of damage. And then yeah, Gogeta just continues to dodge everything. And gets his supers off here. We got the rainbow orbs. I mean, the thing is, blue Gogeta, as long as you pick up a rainbow orb, is getting 3 supers minimum in the turn anyway. But honestly, this stage is a little bit tankier than I was expecting. I didn't think this guy would have this much HP. The fact that we're still going here. Obviously, I guess on this turn, realistically, it probably would have been better in terms of overall power. Not only should I have put Beast in slot 1, I shouldn't have bothered to use the active for Gogeta, because then Beast in slot 1 would have got hit 3 times, so he'd have got 3 buffs, then done the Dokkan attack. Should have done significantly more damage, but either way, we will probably not finish him off here with the friend one. The friend one's at a 12 mil. I mean, maybe if he crits. I guess the friend could get additionals as well, right, with hidden potential, because even though he didn't get hit first. But he didn't. So it's alright, we have to use the next turn, but that's fine. I mean, we got Gamma 1 with the type advantage. What is he at? 640k defense. Can grab all of those for you. It doesn't give extra support with the orbs, do they? No. Alright, well there we go. It's interesting to think as well, with these stages being a little bit tankier, a lot of the newer stages that have been coming out with the anniversary have been significantly longer. So, but yeah, Gamma 1 gets the KO, and there we go. So that is the 9th year stage beaten with a super class team of 1 unit of each typing. The only other mission we have for this stage is going to be the extreme class with a unit of each typing, and then the 10th anniversary stage has those same 2 missions as well. So we get 2 missions cleared here. We can go ahead and grab those. So beat the 9th anniversary stage, beat it with super type characters, and then yeah, we just have the extreme characters one to go. So we will jump into that one now. Okay, so for the extreme mission, we are going back to the Martian Power team. When in doubt, Martian Power it out. Funnily enough, I actually did have an attempt at this with the Super Bosses team, after I'd said, you know, for the first part here we used the Superheroes team. But man, not only are the options for extreme STR for the Super Bosses team very, very limited, the event does actually hit quite a bit harder than you might think. I've had some characters taking like, you know, 300k from normal attacks, which is not really what I was expecting. So it seems like Int Buhan is in slot 7, so they're trying to nerf me on this run. Now basically, compared to the last run against the 8th year stage, we now have had the release of the AGL Super Boo, so we can use Super Boo as our AGL character. Obviously we're not going to be fighting a Majin Buu Saga enemy, but in the final phase we do fight Gogeta, so AGL Super Buu will have guard against Gogeta at the end, guaranteed. And then obviously he has a chance to guard throughout the event anyway, but he's just going to end up being one of the floating characters, so we shouldn't have to worry about him too much. I mean, on this turn he isn't even going to get a chance to attack, right? So don't need to worry about him too much. We should be all good for getting this build up here with Buhan a little bit. Well, Buu tanks technically, obviously, but and then yeah, Int Buhan being in slot 7, it's kind of funny, right? The game knows that Int Buhan's just going to come out and start crushing everything. But hey, looks like Super Buu did get to attack after all. So takes out Trunks, move on to Trunks and Broly. They are Int, right? So yeah, I guess we just start off like this. Grab these for you. Obviously, in Tech Exchange Buu having the damage reduction is helpful. I'm probably actually thinking about it. I should have put Kid Buu in slot 2, because the him getting hit a bunch of times here by an Int enemy and getting his damage reduction build up would have been quite helpful, because Trunks and Broly are STR for the 3rd phase for their LR form. So Kid Buu having his damage reduction built up would be pretty helpful. I mean, I imagine he probably would still get killed by a super attack from them, but at least having his damage reduction built up would mean that normals wouldn't be any sort of issue for him at all. I mean, they still might not be. His defense post super is relatively good. He has some base damage reduction as it is anyway, but obviously we ideally want him to get hit like 4 times so we can have the full build up, and he's only going to face 1 attack here on this turn. So whereas we literally had 4 attacks in slot 2. So I should have put him in slot 2, but it's all good. He's going to take 1 hit here, does some decent damage, and then we can get onto this phase. So now we've got Buhan out. I mean, realistically though, we're just going to do this, right, to get some more build up with you. He's taken, what, 3 hits? So he's still going to have his full damage reduction. I don't know why I'm even checking like how many orbs we're going to get for Buhan, because we're just going to float him off anyway. Not float him off, but they're going to die to STR Kid Buu, so it really doesn't matter. Kid Buu dropping a 16.6. I mean, obviously, we know Kid Buu can build up to some pretty crazy numbers as well. So he's just going to finish these guys off. I imagine, well, he did a super anyway. I was going to say, I imagine even if he does an additional normal, with the amount of damage he builds up to here, that would be enough. But we get the additional super, so we take you out here, go on to these guys. I could put Super Buu in slot 1, because I think the thing is I probably don't want to transform the Buu tanks like straight away. Because obviously you're going to have guard. Oh, he got sealed. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the problem is anyone getting supered on this turn, it's going to be kind of awkward. Maybe I do just float you off as well, because we've got the other Buu, the other physical Buu floating now. So if we do this and then do this, and then you get hit, he's going to get supered. He has the chance to guard, but it doesn't really matter too much because we've got type advantage anyway. Still 441k. But the best thing about the Buu team, as we said previously, is the insane amount of recovery that this team has. So everybody else on this rotation should just take double-digit damage from normal attacks. And then at the start of the next turn, we're just going to heal back to full. Okay, never mind. Super Buu taking 68k. That does make me worry about physical Buu tanks a little bit in slot 3 now. He's only got to take one attack. I mean, he could dodge, and he has the chance to guard in base as well anyway. But he's obviously going to get a few more attacks off and build up his defense some more as well. But that's a little bit scary for him to survive in slot 3. I'm sure he'll be fine. Buu tanks usually clutches up for me, but I say that now, of course. And this will be where he doesn't. I get the crit. 20k. That's fine. We got the guard. So, who gets sealed? Watch it be Buhan. Wait, who did get sealed? It was, of course, it was Buhan. Bruh. They know. They just know. It's outrageous. I mean, I guess I might as well just get the most orbs so I can get the heal. But yeah, that's most unfortunate. I mean, STR Kid Buu will do a lot of damage, especially because we've got the physical Kid Buu support on this turn, but come on. Come on, man. They put Buhan in slot 7. Then his first appearance, he didn't get to attack because the enemy was basically dead. And then he finally gets on the turn. This is where he could really make a big impact and do a crazy amount of damage, and then he gets sealed. Absolutely outrageous. So, Kid Buu getting the damage in, though. No hidden potential additional, sadly. This will be his passive run out now, though, as well. So he can get his active skill next turn. But his damage reduction and some of his defense is now gone. They didn't super as well so far in the turn. So if they super physical Kid Buu. Don't super. Nice. Well, there's Kid Buu built up. So there is that at least. Gonna seal you. Bruh. These guys, man. What are they doing? I'm telling you, they know exactly what to do. Yeah, try and save all those big bit of orbs in the middle so we can actually get some orbs for Buhan. Although, 100k, damn, he didn't guard. It's crazy how much difference guard can make even with type advantage, because, bruh, didn't expect him to get hit quite that hard. He does build up defense with each hit he takes as well, so obviously each hit was doing a little bit less each time, but damn, there's still quite a lot. And then post-super we take double digits. Evil Buu. I mean, he has the dodge chance and the damage reduction, so Evil Buu should be fine, right? I mean, I'm assuming they've got a super soon, right? They didn't super last turn, and they didn't super Buu in slot 1. So, I imagine there's got to be a super incoming somewhere. There's the dodge. No, apparently not. So, of course, sealed Buhan. Bruh. Because he's sealed, he can't kill them. That's ridiculous. Man, these guys. And then they've sealed Kid Buu. Bro, this is actually wild. Why are they doing this to me? Okay, so if we active skill with you, then we got... What do we got? We got Super Buu. So we can get his active skill next turn. But his damage reduction and some of his defense is now gone. 11 million defense start of turn, which is good, but not like insane. So we'll do this, and then grab these for Buhan, grab these for you. Okay, so should be able to finish him off here. Okay, so now we got Gogeta. Alright, so we can transform into Super Buu, which we should do, right? Start getting the extra damage off. You have guard now. The problem is you're not the tankiest even with the guard. So you have a similar sort of defense, but you also have like massive damage reduction. So I guess we probably should just do that, and then do this. Yeah, so he supered straight away. We still took 480k from that as well, damn. Gogeta doing some damage, good lord. I mean, Super Buu, obviously post-super defense and then guard, he should be okay. Kid Buu's got his damage reduction fully built up, so he should be fine as well, but man, that's a lot of damage. At least this guy doesn't seal, so we're going to be able to get some big damage in with Buhan on the next turn, but kind of crazy. Right, no crit from Super Buu. Wow, he takes 25k. Bruh. We're getting hit relatively hard by these, on everybody on the rotation. Yeah, Kid Buu at least taking the double digits, because he's got like 60% damage reduction at this point, and he's got his post-super defense. But damn, that's kind of wild. I think we just, at this point, should probably just go ahead and transform the physical Buhans so we can start doing some more damage, because they haven't been getting a crazy amount of build up, but at this point we just want them to get killed. So yeah, I think we just go ahead and do this, hit the Dokkan attack here. Okay, missed those last two. That went way slower than I thought it was going to at the end, so alright, Kid Buu Dokkan attack should do some pretty good damage here. I didn't actually see the Dokkan attack, the attack stat. Yeah, 29 million damage crit. Of course, he then gets an additional normal. Hidden potential? Normal. Bruh. These guys, I tell you. Right, we got a decent amount of orbs of Buhan, though, and he's got basically all of his links active here, so he should be hitting pretty hard. Kid Buu post-super should tank this. Yeah, 16k. Might as well be nothing. To a team that heals that much. I mean, Kid Buu heals at the end of the turn, so 47 million for Buhan. That's what we like to see. And then 43 from the Vice Shout. Can we get the additional here as well? Come on, Buhan. He did not. Alright, we should be good, though. I mean, next turn, we know that Tech Super Buu can tank a super in slot 1. Even though we take like 400k, we know he doesn't die to a super in slot 1. So we should be able to finish him off on the next turn perfectly fine here. Of course, yeah, Buhan not getting a lot of stacks means that even in his transformed state, he's not really doing crazy damage here, but he's doing some damage. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just do the same thing here. I mean, we're not going to get another turn with you, so maybe we should do that. Although you get more links from you. Rainbow Orbs give Super Buu more damage, so we'll do that. Do that. Do that. I mean, this could be the final turn, because Super Buu is one of those characters, he gets a buff for 3 turns on his super attack effect, so on his second appearance, he does actually hit a little bit harder than he does on the first, and have slightly better defense as well. So he's got the 21 mil here. Still not the craziest. 23 on the additional. I wonder if, will we kill him this turn? Bro has a lot of HP. Okay, we get the crit, that's helpful. Super Buu, of course, 15 mils. I was about to say, Super Buu, after his intro thing runs off and his attack goes down, isn't doing the craziest damage, but that is actually more than I expected. And of course, he has guaranteed guard against Gogeta, so I think Buhan should finish him off here. It depends, actually. If he crits on this additional, I think he might actually still need another additional, but... Okay. There you go. He survived with 1 HP, but then we get the extra additional super as well, so... Alright, there you go. So that's the 9-year with the extreme team. Margin power is just absolutely the way to go for these extreme ones. And when the 10th anniversary stage for the next stage, then we can use Tech Buhan as well if we wanted to. So the extreme team, I mean, the extreme team has some better options for the 10th year because of the worldwide Broly's as well. So the 10th year one, I'm expecting the stage to be quite tough considering you can use any unit in the game at this point. But there you go. That's the Martian Power team to get the full extreme types done. The hardest part about this mission for people will be the having to have 1 unit of each typing, because even if you have a solid extreme team, but you're missing like 1 unit, a good unit of like 1 typing, then it's going to make it quite difficult. But let me know how you guys got on down below in the comment section, and let's move on to the 10-year stage. So for the 10th year stage, we obviously have another mission again to beat it with a team of the superclass units of each typing. So considering that Blue Evolution Vegeta is the only one of the 10th anniversary characters I've actually pulled so far, we are going to go ahead and use this Universe Survival Saga team and see how we get on. I probably will just end up for the extreme team. Well, I said before I don't want to be using the same team for everything, so maybe I won't use the Martian Power one. Maybe we'll use the Broly team. Because obviously we can use the worldwide Broly's and stuff for the extreme mission. So we're going to go ahead and use this Universe Survival Saga team. So we're starting out against the free-to-play Daima characters. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and do this. And then target you. We can get 6 orbs. Not bad. And then obviously the more rainbow orbs we get, the more support we get for these guys. So we'll do that. So we should have a good starting turn here, as long as STR UI does actually get the dodges, which he does. Gets a little bit of build up here. I chose to bring STR UI instead of Int Blue Evolution Vegeta because obviously if we're running 3 units that are all named Blue Evolution Vegeta, it gets a little bit awkward, especially if we want to run the rotations, which I do, with having a UI Goku in slot 1 and then a Blue Evolution Vegeta in slot 2. It means that the Int Blue Evolution Vegeta ends up floating, comes onto the rotation and doesn't get any links active. So I figured we'd just bring STR UI Goku instead. And we'll see how we get on. So there is also a mission to beat the event in 10 turns. But we'll see how that goes. These guys seem to have a pretty decent amount of HP. Although I say that, to be fair, most of the turn so far has just been them attacking me. So... Okay, yeah, there we go. I did wonder how we'd gotten through so many attacks and we'd basically done no damage, but now we can start to get our attacks off. Vegeta actually getting an additional... I mean, turns like this is where Vegeta can look pretty good. Like, getting the additional super at 21 mil, getting that bit of build-up, like, that's pretty decent. And then we've got the Team Universe 7 at 21. Was AGL UI on the next turn? I didn't actually see... I didn't look what the next rotation is. No, so AGL UI is in slot 7, typically. But... it means we can have Tech UI for slot 1, so he should be fine. We crit with the Universe 7 team, so, okay. So, let's go ahead and we might as well target not having type disadvantage. Then we can let Vegeta can get 8 orbs here, so that's good for you. Get the unit super, grab those for you. Tons of rainbow orbs for the blue boys here, so they should be able to get a whole bunch of attacks off and do a load of damage. Tech UI getting the dodge. That's what we like to see. Alright. So yeah, if this stage is as tanky as the previous one, obviously we're going to get a huge advantage from having like the Tech UI domain, getting all these attacks off. I mean, the Universe 6 team, Universe 6? No. The Universe 7 team definitely is very, very strong in the meta still, even now. The Universe 6 team hasn't been relevant in the meta for some time. But yeah, this Reps of Universe 7 team still very strong. Obviously, Tech UI being the newest edition, released during the 9th year of Dokkan, so couldn't be used in the previous stage, but can be used now. I mean, this stage is going to be, so let's be honest, this stage is going to be very easy if you're somebody that pulled the Vegito. Obviously, for the extreme mission, I think, like I say, the Brolys are going to be the best bet. So if you got good luck during the worldwide celebration, the extreme mission should hopefully be fairly straightforward. I didn't get Int Broly, but obviously we can run Tech Broly lead. That team can have like physical Janemba, Int Janemba. We should be pretty good for the extreme version of the team. So Vegeta actually getting some additional supers. We'd love to see that. Not getting any crits though, but the physical duo should be able to make relatively short work of Vegeta here, yeah, especially with the crits. Good stuff. So we're going to fight their Super Saiyan versions next, or are they actually going to put in like Glorio and Daima Goku? Because obviously the last character we fight should be the login card, right? So it should be the AGL Goku. Oh no, we're fighting him now. No way this is only 2 phases and he's the last one, right? Surely not. Should I keep you on... I want to keep you on rotation because you're better. But you have a 100% chance to dodge. So maybe putting him where all the attacks are is probably... Or do I put you first, actually? Because if you get to attack first, you're going to have very good defense. And then, yeah, the UIs obviously share some extra links. So then this rotation works out quite nicely for them. So yeah, let's do that. So we should be able to do some good damage here. Vegeta at 27 million start of turn. Can we get some additional supers off here with him? He's going to be looking pretty solid. Obviously we have got type disadvantage and we can't get the guaranteed crits until we've done 7 supers, but we're getting some decent RNG with the conversion of these additionals becoming super attacks. So Vegeta not quite being the prince of all normals in this video. Yeah, there you go, got another. So he did 5 attacks this turn and 3 of them were supers. I would say that's better than like the average that you often see with this guy. And then he got another one as well, so that is actually really good. He got 4 supers this turn, so that's either 6 or 7 in total. So if it's 6, he has his damage reduction anyway. So yeah, he takes double-digit damage from the super from Goku, which is also good because it means UI here is not going to get supered. I don't know how well he would tank normals though, because I don't know how hard this Goku hits for, but obviously UI going to get the dodges anyway. Perfect. And then we don't have to worry about AGL UI because he's going to dodge everything guaranteed on this turn anyway. So looking good here so far. I don't know what let me actually get the stats, because I haven't looked at any point during this. In any point of any of the stages have I actually looked at the stats or anything for this particular stage. So where's Dokkan Chronicles and then 10th year? So Goku, well, Goku is the last phase, so this one's considerably shorter than the 9th year. I'm surprised with them putting Daima Goku and Vegeta base as the first phase, why we didn't get the, I think I said the Super Saiyan versions of them, but obviously there isn't a Super Saiyan version of Vegeta. But like, the second phase could have been, I guess they've all been free-to-play cards though, haven't they? I was going to say it could have been the Goku and Glorio even, but I guess, yeah, they have all been free-to-play cards, haven't they, that we've been fighting throughout these stages, but still interesting to think that this one is only two phases. So let's go ahead and do that. Goku has 380 million HP. His super does 2.8 million. So bear in mind that Vegeta with type disadvantage, obviously post super and with his passive active, tanked that for double-digit damage, and it's 2.8 million with type disadvantage. So it's way more than 2.8 million, really. So that's pretty good. Oh, he also raises attack on super. He raises attack and defense for 1 turn on his super attack. So his super attack actually hits for well over 3 mil, and that's type neutral. So Vegeta would take way more than that because he's STR, and he tanked it for double-digit damage. I mean, that's the thing. We all know, like, Vegeta's a slot 2 unit. I don't think anyone is really complaining, especially once you've done 6 supers. I don't think anyone's really complaining that he doesn't tank well after attacking. But it's more so just the fact that he just does not compare to the other 2 units released as the other anniversary headliners, which is a huge shame, because I feel like it could have so easily gone better for this Vegeta. I mean, like, why doesn't he not have an active skill? The funny thing is, we know, because obviously after the fan meetup, they showed the people there the active skills for the new units. Someone posted about it on Reddit. All 3 of them have an active skill. And probably Goku and Frieza potentially have 2, but I think they only showed 1. Because obviously Vegito has 2, right, with the crushing the Potara for Vegeta. Doesn't necessarily mean that Goku and Frieza have 2, but I would assume they have 1 each. So every anniversary unit got an active skill. Vegito got 2. Gogeta's probably going to get 2. In fact, technically, the Vegito and Gogeta cards are going to get 3, right? Because Goku has 1, Vegeta has 1, and then Vegito has 1. So yeah, thinking of all of that... Oh, that was a terrible misclick. Please don't let me die because of that. I do not want these guys to be taking hits in slot 1. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I get for rapidly tapping the screen to try and make it move to the next phase faster. Yeah, 380k. He does 1 million damage normals. So... Well, that's awkward. Unfortunately, once these guys attack, they are pretty strong. But if they get supered here, they will die. And then I'll be really annoyed. Although, to be fair, on this rotation... yeah, STR UI should have gone in slot 1. So, I mean, we run the risk of, like, if he doesn't dodge, he kind of gets destroyed. But, yeah, not quite how I had wanted to play out this turn. But there you go. Blue Boy's getting some additionals. Just don't get supered. Okay, good. Vegeta can get supered, that's fine. He's up to 30 million now. And this should be, this one, because the friend one, this should be his 7th super. So he's getting guaranteed crits now. So he should actually be able to do some pretty solid damage to Goku. Yeah, 17 mil. All the additionals are going to be crits, but obviously we really want... This is where we really want these additionals to transfer into supers, because we're getting these guaranteed crits, but... Typically on this turn, this is where Vegeta reprises his role as the Prince of all normals. He should still tank a super though. And then UI, I guess, just needs to dodge this one attack at the end, because I think, what turn are we on? Can we just transform Tech UI next turn and then win? I think it's probably the case. Yeah, of course, the sometimes very much considered useless ability Disable Guard is what allows STR UI to still do relatively decent damage to 100k. Oof. Oof. Alright, we got the Revival active this turn, which, I mean, we don't really need it, but I think if we go ahead and do this, transform you, we'll keep the 2 UIs together, I think, just for the sake of links, because at this point we're getting so close to the end of the event. I don't think it matters if we float off Vegeta or not. So, do this. Do this. And then, yep, there's 8 orbs of Vegeta. Alright, so, depending on the kind of counter damage that we do here, we definitely could win this turn with the combo of the counters from Tech UI, all the attacks in this turn, especially from Vegeta at the end, like... And I should have checked how many supers my Vegeta's done, but my Vegeta's fairly built up. Obviously, the counters from Tech UI Goku pre his attack are not like crazy damage or anything, but once he gets his attack off, the counter damage does go up significantly. So I think between the 3 of these guys, we should get some relatively good damage this turn. Like I say, without knowing now off the top of my head how many times my Vegeta has super attacked, I don't think he's super attacked 6 times already, so obviously the first attack of the turn would be the 7th, so I don't think he's getting guaranteed crits this turn. It depends how lucky we get with the additionals here though, I suppose. But UI gets his attacks off, and then you can see his attack stat for his counter like practically triples. So we've got 3 more counter hits coming in here. I think we might actually be cutting it close. I don't think we will kill him here. I mean, AGL UI can do some very good damage, and all of his additionals are guaranteed crits. I mean, he's got 24 keys, so he's just guaranteed critting anyway. These are 24, basically. I think it all comes down to whether STR Blue Evolution Vegeta crits, because, of course, type disadvantage, again, especially against some of these tough bosses that have a lot of their own like damage reduction built into their stats already anyway. Type disadvantage just absolutely kills the damage that you do, unless you're doing crits. So... UI getting a couple of attacks. I mean, this is my Vegeta, right? 31 mil. I mean, he's getting the domain buff, but mine's only 55%. He is level 10 links now, finally. But 31 mil is pretty good. We get the crit. Is he just going to get a bunch of additional normals now, though? He's only going to continue his reign as the Prince of all normals. Bruh, come on. At least one. There we go. 23.2. The problem is, I don't know, who do I have on the next rotation that can actually go in slot 1? Because I accidentally floated off UI, which I didn't mean to do. Although he supered at the end of the turn, so he can't super in slot 1 on the next turn. So who's going to have the most? I guess it's who has the most defense start of turn. Oh, these guys have their active skill. So do we just win? Get him. Get him, boys. No, we do not. Alright, so you've got 884k, you've got 800k. I mean, you have your damage reduction as well, so he actually should just tank everything in slot 1 here. Even though he's got type disadvantage, he's got 800k defense. And then when we get the rainbow orbs for Team Universe 7, he gets more support. So he should just take... Oh, he still takes 100k. Never mind. That was me going to say he takes double-digit damage, but... Fortunately, it doesn't matter because we get the guaranteed crits. So the Rainbow Friend with the Tech UI domain, 34 mil. I mean, even that, like, considering how juiced he is with a domain, support from the Team Universe 7, he's still not hitting as hard as, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, for example. So, poor Vegeta. But there you go. Regardless of Vegeta's performance comparatively to the other Anniversary LRs, we still get the W, which is the important thing. So... That is the stage 10 of the anniversary battle. Well, no, this isn't the anniversary battle. Dokkan Chronicles. Year 10, I should say. Done. With the superclass team. So there's the missions. Did we do it in 10 turns as well? We did. So we did it in 10 turns. We beat the stage. And we beat the stage with all super type characters. So now we just have to do the extreme characters. So that will be coming up next. That will be the last section of the video. So let's go ahead and jump into that now. Okay, so here we are for the last section of the video, the extreme mission for the 10th year stage. I'm going to use what is essentially a full Broly team here. I thought this would be a fun build of the team to use. I don't have my own Int Broly, and obviously the only physical Broly unit that is like really usable is the Broly trio, because Dragon Ball's like the physical Dragon Ball Super Broly is obviously very outdated at this point. But yeah, I think this will work quite well. Now, with this event, I think with the kind of damage that these guys do, it's relatively good. But I think with like the AoE super and everything being in play, we probably just go ahead and transform Broly straight away, right? Or I don't know. It's a lot of attacks in turn 1, or in slot 1. Maybe I will just leave him on transform for now, I guess. I really want all of those int orbs at the top to come down in some fashion, but. Because, yeah, getting the 7 orbs with the Broly trio here. If I drop this, I'm not going to get it, am I? Because the STR will fill that gap at the bottom and then there won't be enough orbs. I could do this. Yeah, and then that one didn't drop down the way I wanted it to anyway. So, not really ideal. The Broly trio, of course, always a massive liability when it comes to the orbs. I mean, we do have STR... Legendary Super Saiyan Broly on the team with the Super Easy A. He's a really good support, and of course has the orb changing because he wants to pick up rainbow orbs, so that can work in our favor as well. But turn 1 for the Broly trio, not exactly ideal. It's better if they're on turn 2 and you can kind of try and set up orbs for them a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. We'll make do. Tech Broly, of course, able to do tons of damage. Will save his active skill for the second phase against the AGL 10-year Goku. I mean, the funny thing is we've got Int Broly on the team as well, the TUR, but we are fighting a Goku enemy. Obviously, we're fighting Pure Saiyans for the whole thing, fighting a Goku enemy, so he actually should be relatively good here. Unfortunately, though, on the next rotation, realistically, we're going to want to put STR Broly in slot 3. So they're going to share the same name and not link, which is annoying, but it is what it is. We'll do that. We'll get the attack U, and then obviously STR Broly does an AoE, so get a nice bit of support there. So Tech Broly is obviously just going to tank everything in slot 1 as always. Might as well have this turn 1 where we can take the hits. I mean, there was only one attack in slot 1, so on this turn, realistically, might as well have just transformed, I guess. But either way, should be all good. Ain't Broly going to get his attacks off. The one, actually, I'm not 100% sure, because, like, for characters that have the thing where it's, like, character whose name includes Goku, they make exceptions for, like, the Ginyu Goku and stuff like that, right? But Daima Goku should still be fine, right? You would think. I'm actually not sure, 100%. I've always just assumed that it does, but I mean, there's Broly getting off all the attacks, so I'm assuming it does, like his full passive is activated here. I don't know how much you take from this, though. 294. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's fine. We get at least one guaranteed additional super with Broly because we got 2 rainbow orbs. We got 3, but to get the 2 attacks you have to get 4. So, of course, his supers are AoEs as well. So, doing damage to both these guys here is good. And we get the hidden potential additional as well to 12.5. All of his attacks obviously build up his damage reduction, so he should be fine here. Weird how he crit Vegeta, like, didn't he crit Vegeta every time and not crit Goku every time? It's interesting. Alright, so now we go ahead and transform you. And again, we've got AoEs on this turn, so go ahead and do that. Do that. And then grab that for you. AGL Broly gets like 6 key in slot 3, so he's going to get his 18 key super anyway. And then, yeah, a lot of additionals from AGL Broly in slot 3. So we potentially just kill this turn, especially if we get crits for Tech Broly, which we did not. So obviously doesn't do a lot of damage to Vegeta if he's not critting. I'm not crit on this one. Yeah, we do, nice. Get the action break off on you as well. 25.2 for Tech Broly. I mean, Tech Broly, once he gets, like, the next turn he's on, right, is when he can transform and use his active skill, like, straight away. So we will be at the AGL 10-year Goku by then, right? Because even if we don't finish these guys off this turn, there's no way they survive the next turn. None of these Tech Brolys being able to crit against Vegeta, though, apparently. You hate to see it. And, of course, AGL Broly, if we get to the point where he can transform, has an AoE, but not sure if we will get to that point. Damn. I mean, these guys have a decent amount of HP. I think because there's 2 enemies, so they don't have the typical, like, one boss, like, big health bar. It's harder to tell, because the health bar is just a lot smaller on screen. Like, it seems to go down a lot slower. I mean, like, Vegeta has 85 million HP and Goku has 100 million, which, compared to, like, stage 3, the Goku has 380. So if you added their HP together and doubled it, he still has more than that. So it doesn't look like we're doing a lot of damage, but yeah, we actually didn't kill him. That's crazy. Alright, well, obviously we're going to transform you. Do the AoE. Grab that for you. 6 orbs, okay. $22.3 for the friend Broly. So he crits, there we go, takes out Vegeta. I think Goku probably isn't going to survive here. So Broly's not going to get any more attacks off, but that's fine. Yeah, there's the crits. The friend one, of course, Rainbow, with the dupes actually having crit chance. Getting the crits off, which is what we want. Okay, so the funny thing about this is the fact we have a full rotation of legendary Super Saiyan Brolys, but they can all link because 2 of them have transformed. So all those juicy rainbow orbs everywhere. Right, so grab those. Get the key for you. You don't really need anything anyway. And then 4 rainbow orbs for STR Broly. Yeah, this is going to be a spicy turn for damage, that's for sure. Tech Broly will eat this on the active skill turn. Yep, 18k, that's fine. And then, yeah, 25.6 for him. Man, I can only imagine what the easy A Tech Broly is going to do here. Because this is my Tech LR Broly, so he's 55%. So that was a big damage from him. And then the yellow coin easy A Tech Broly is who we're here to see for this turn. 71 million. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, 42 mil. Of course, no crit. And then 43 million attacks that additional. That's wild. No crits again, though. Crazy. And then, of course, he crits on the additional normal. So that did almost as much damage as that additional 12 key. That's crazy. And then, yeah, STR Broly. I mean, considering how much HP this Goku has, doing that much damage all in the one turn is pretty good. Yeah, Broly's still going at like 20 mil here. Full damage reduction build up. And the hidden potential as well, nice. 21.3. And getting the crits, so actually doing damage despite the type disadvantage. Wow, he takes 100k though, god damn. That was with the full damage reduction built up and everything. Alright, so we can do that for you. I mean, we might as well use yours now, even though you haven't had an insane amount of build up. Might as well just use it. Get as much damage as we can off him this turn. There we go. I mean, ideally, if he supers, I'm going to need him to super this Tech Broly, but he's got the 31 mil here. Just the one super again, though, unfortunately. But yeah, Int Broly, obviously, on this turn. Active skill active, full passive active, got a Goku enemy, so should hopefully get some decent numbers out of him here. Get a few attacks off. And he's not getting hit in the middle as well, which is perfect, because he would potentially be a liability for this turn. Yeah, 20. Come on, Broly, keep going. Just keep hitting them supers. There's a crit as well for good measure. And now AGL Broly can do his thing. He's already up to 15. But yeah, Goku has a lot of HP, so not going to get the kill on this turn. But then next turn we've got the 2 Tech Brolys together, and we've got the physical trio, Broly trio support. So should be able to do a lot of damage again on the next turn here. That is, of course, as long as AGL Broly doesn't get super attacked, because that'll do a lot of damage to him. I think he still has guard active at this point, though, right? So yeah, he does. A couple of dodges in there as well for good measure. All right. I mean, we could put these guys in slot 1 because we get the guaranteed dodge, so I think we will do that. Do that. Do that. Alright. A lot of damage incoming on this turn. These guys, hopefully they get supered. Because, I mean, the other Tech Broly in the middle would tank a super after he attacks as well, but hey, why not? I'd rather they super my unit that's going to take 0 damage guaranteed. Probably his face, so that 12 key super. No, he's not going to super him? Okay. Well, Tech Broly's still dropping a 23 mil here. There's an action break as well, because why not? He's gonna live this turn as well, isn't he? It's actually wild how much HP this guy has. He's not only got a ton of HP, but he also has a lot of damage reduction as well. So he is certainly a tanky boy. 39 million for Tech Broly this time. Does you get a crit this time? Nope. Do not get a crit this time. And then an additional normal. Bro's holding back in the damage department. And again, no crit on the super. Bruh. Alright, so... I mean... SCR Broly will get killed in slot 3, but... Obviously the idea is that by the time we get to the attacks in slot 3, we should have already won. At least that's the hope. Because this Broly... I was going to say, he'll take some damage here. In Broly should be built up enough that he would tank normals, but we already know that STR Broly is going to take a lot of damage even from normal attacks here. So, very much need to get the kill on this turn. But with that damage from Tech Broly, yeah, we should be fine. Unless Int Broly could completely sell and just get a bunch of additional normals. But obviously we're fighting a Goku enemy as well, so very unlikely. In fact, this first super attack potentially is enough as it is anyway. 13 mil. No crit, of course. But yeah, we should be fine. Even if he survives the Int Broly attacks, SDR Broly will then kill him. So, but no, we actually got the good super conversion RNG with Int Broly. All of his additionals being supers and a crit to put the icing on the cake there at the end. So there you go. That was the 10-year Extreme mission. I decided not to use the Boo's team again, because you could use the Boo team with Glorio as the leader, because even though Glorio is a superclass character, the mission is only to use the 5 extreme typings. So as long as you remember to bring an extreme physical character as well, you have your 5 extreme types and then Glorio as the lead, and then that team would still work really well. But I thought it'd be fun to use the Broly sort of worldwide team. So that is the final mission here for the Chronicles event. Obviously being the 10th year, there won't be any further stages. So let me know what you guys thought of this event. I thought it was pretty fun. I like the idea of the units being restricted to the year they were released in. Although it's funny that obviously the earlier stages just get absolutely fodderized by like the super easy A's, because yeah, they're technically units that came out in the first year or two of the game. But now with the super easy A's, especially characters like Buhan, they're some of the best units in the game currently now, which is hilarious. So let me know what you guys thought of the event. How did you get on with all the stages? Let me know all of that good stuff down below in the comments section. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.